Good morning, friends. This is John from Two Doves Bees and Gardens. Just wanted to do a quick video. This is spring, and we have been working on a few projects, and we just wanted to share a few things with you. So one of the big projects we've been working on is to put in a drip irrigation system for our raised beds. We've got 3 raised beds that are done, a 4th one that we're almost done with, and we got another one across the yard here. And they're all growing veggies. You can see some things growing in here. But it was interesting to put all this together. This is a manifold, and you can see it's got the different hoses right now going to the various beds. Ultimately, I'm going to upgrade this system, but we needed to get something in place kind of quick, and I'll touch base on that probably in a later video as to why we did it this way. A few of the things we're growing here include this, I believe, is a peach tree that we picked up for free at a friend's house. We've got some potatoes growing, and they're all doing very well. We got a few bags of those. And over here, this will be our first year to maybe see what kind of grapes we're growing. All these grapes have come alive, and you can see right here that there's some grapes growing on this plant. They're actually all over this plant. There's this one here, there's several over here, and they're just all over this plant. One of the other projects that we've been working on is this cattle panel arch. We're growing things that will vine from both of these 2 beds and come up and make a nice little tunnel here. I don't know what all is in here. I know we have some beans. I know there's some loofah and probably some cucumbers. But Sarah's got this thing planted up, and we're looking forward to seeing how this works for us. But it was fun to put this together. I took all these T-posts and actually painted them with a rust-inhibiting black paint, taking advantage of what we had and still trying to make it look nice. Over in this bed, we've got tomatoes growing and our garlic. There's a video about when we planted this garlic. I think it was back in September, and you can see it's just doing really well. They were some really good-sized, what we call ginormous cloves. So we're looking forward to those as well. There's some flowers in here, onions, radishes mixed in with carrots. We did a interspersing of radishes and carrots together. And that was mostly to help protect the carrots, and the radishes kind of come up earlier, then they'll fill in with the carrots afterwards. And over here behind me, you can see our beehives. We have 4 beehives right now that are set up. They all made it through winter, and they're just booming. They're expanding. I think I have one that it may actually may have swarmed, but it's still very, very strong. It's got the Be Smart Design Ultimate Hive cover over there with the insulated inner cover, and boy, that hive is just rocking. Speaking of bees, one of the new adventures that we have in the new project is this little house here. This is a mason bee house. I put the mason bee cocoons in there last night, and we have already seen some mason bees coming out, and I'll try and bring you closer and maybe we'll see one. That'd be kind of cool. I also have another mason bee house over on the other side of the yard, and we're trying to improve our pollination of our plants, and maybe we can get a better harvest or more robust harvest. You can see the mason bee house here. Hopefully we'll get some cocoons built in to the spaces there. This is our first time trying to do mason bees, and you might have seen one just fly through there. There's several flying around. It's kind of fun to see them, but they're very cool. And there's, I think, 40 cocoons that were in there, and just like I said, just put them out last night, and they're already out flying this morning. Let's see, there's one up there on the fence. I was just listening to the mason bees, and they said, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Just showing you the activity down there on that one beehive. You can probably see all the bees flying over there. It's a beautiful day. It's a little breezy and a little cool, but you can see there's a lot of activity at that beehive over there. One of the old beehive stands that I've had built, Sarah's using to hold plants right now. This is a Pinstemon. I just love to see some flowers and color in our garden. Another of our projects that we undertook before it got really cold this winter was to build this greenhouse. And we've been keeping plants alive in it over winter. There's some peppers in there, some jalapenos, a couple of fig trees, and I know there's at least one frog and one animal in there as well. Over in this section of the garden, we've got our fig trees. I've talked about starting figs in the past. I think I'm up to maybe 3 dozen different varieties of figs now, and you can see that they're all doing pretty well. Ones that have been overwintered, and some of these smaller ones down here are new this year. And we're looking forward to trying different varieties. This is a Ronde de Bordeaux. There's Alma, there's Smith, Chicago Hardy, Violette de Bordeaux, and a few of them that we actually don't know what they are. They were mislabeled. One down here that turns out to be one of our favorite figs was labeled LSU Purple at the big box store. It's not LSU Purple, but I don't care. It's the best tasting fig I've ever had. Next to Fig Row is our Hugel Mound. Again, a Hugel culture style raised bed. And this is mostly holding native plants. This is a kidney wood. It's finally starting to come back to life. There's salvia. There's a coral honeysuckle. There's all kinds of really neat plants in here. We don't water this, you know, it's built and designed so that it is self-watering, again with logs and sticks and wood chips and manure and some good topsoil, compost, and it's doing really well. You can see these plants are growing really well. We've got a Texas mountain laurel that we grew from seed, and we're really looking forward to seeing that thing grow up and get a little bigger. Directly next to the Hugel Mound is a couple of beds. This is a feed trough or water trough. We got it Home Depot, and it has loganberries that are just doing really well. And I think we had a video about us putting that together. We intended to do raspberries. The raspberries did not do very well for some reason. They were just hit hard by transplant, but these loganberries are doing wonderful. This is a free tree that we picked up from some friends. We believe it's probably a plum tree, but we don't know yet. And down here is, these are peas, I believe. You can see they're blooming. And directly behind that is our greens bed with all kinds of lettuces and more beans. And you can see these plants are just doing wonderful. They're just, we can't eat as much as it's producing. So we've been sharing with our neighbors. Just a different part of the garden. You can see these are the tubs. I believe these are mineral buckets from a cattleman that we picked up. And it's got all kinds of different plants growing in there. And back behind there is kind of Sarah's plant nursery. Sarah's seed starts, a lot of peppers, and over here further into the nursery, it's kind of funny to see all the bees, a lot of bees coming through here, and they're on the pots. They like to collect the moisture from the pots, I think, and maybe pick up some minerals from the soil. And we've been harvesting some chamomile. That's what these little flowers here are, and we're looking forward to giving those a try, maybe drying them and making a tea. And one of the last things I wanted to share for today anyway is another project that we worked on early in the spring. And every other pot here has blueberries. We mixed up a specific soil mixture, including peat moss, pine bark, and some Fox Farm compost, enough to get it all nice and acidified for blueberries. We can't grow blueberries in the ground here. The soil isn't right for it. It's too alkaline. The blueberries need an acid soil, and that's what we planted. There are several different varieties of blueberries here, all high bush, I believe. A couple we don't know what they are. And some of them have been here for quite a while, and the soil wasn't great for them, like this one, but it's recovering. Lots of new growth. And over here, this is another one that wasn't doing that great, But you can see, let's see, right here, there's some blueberries getting ready to form. So we're hopeful to get some blueberries this year. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this little garden tour. Some of the things that we're covering, some of the projects we've been working on. We've been having a lot of fun getting to see things come to life now that it's spring, and looking forward to trying some of the harvest from some of the fruit and greens and all the good stuff that we are getting out of the garden. It's just amazing when you look at the stuff that you grow. It tastes so much better, and we look forward to sharing with you along the way. More big projects coming. I didn't talk about a lot of the things that we've got coming up very soon, and look forward to sharing those with you. Appreciate it, and we'll talk again soon.